top 4 benefits of macadamia nuts, and 7 fun facts. Benefit number 1. High in healthy fats. Out of other nuts and seeds, macadamias are one of the highest in fat content, even next to other oily tree nuts like pine nuts and walnuts. This aspect gives them their savory, buttery rich texture that can be hard to stop eating. 1 ounce of macadamia averages about 16.5 grams of monounsaturated fat, 3.4 grams of saturated fat, and 0.4 grams of polyunsaturated fat. Comprised mostly of the monounsaturated fats, oleic acid and palmitoleic acid, macadamia nut consumption has been shown in research to benefit cardiovascular health. Palmitoleic acid, also called omega-7, is abundant in macadamia oil at 17% or greater. It is also found concentrated in human breast milk, animal fat, and some other plant sources like marine algae oil and sea buckthorn oil. Although more research is needed, some evidence shows that palmitoleic acid may improve glucose metabolism and provide an anti-inflammatory influence in animals tested. Macadamia nut oil is also a source of saturated fatty acids, such as palmitic acid, stearic acid, and arachidic acid, but is the lowest in polyunsaturated omega-6 and omega-3 compared to all other nuts and seeds. Benefit number 2. Macadamia is a keto-friendly option. Although the macadamia nut is somewhat sweet, it only contains about 6 to 8% sugar. Likewise, about 88% of the calories in the white kernels come from fat, 4% from protein, and 8% from carbs. Along with Brazil nuts and pecans, this aspect makes them a very suitable option when adhering to a ketogenic diet. If 1 ounce of macadamia nuts has around 4 grams of total carbs minus 2.4 grams of fiber, this would provide an ideal net carb amount of 1.6 grams, which is the true value when trying to achieve ketosis. Benefit number 3. Macadamia is a satisfying snack food. It usually only takes a small amount of macadamia nuts to satisfy the appetite, making it a perfect snack food in between meals. Despite their high fat content, eating macadamias isn't associated with an increase in body weight in obese individuals, according to one trial. Generally, however, it is best to limit intake to 1 serving a day, or about 1 ounce or 10 to 12 macadamia kernels. This would equate to approximately 27% of the daily value for total fat for a daily 2,000 calorie adult diet. Likewise, eating too many nuts can cause mucus buildup, congestion, and can be too acidic for some people. Benefit number 4. Macadamia nut nutrition. The nutrient value of macadamia nuts can vary depending on many factors. Compared to other nuts and seeds, however, they rank lower in most vitamins and minerals. Generally, they are known to be higher in manganese, copper, and thiamine. Other top nutrients include magnesium, iron, phosphorus, B6, niacin, and riboflavin. On average, 1 ounce of raw macadamia nuts may contain 21.2 grams of fat, 2.4 grams of fiber, 2.2 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbohydrates, and 201 calories. 7 fun facts about macadamia. Number 1. Native to Australia. Although many people consider macadamia nuts a Hawaiian delicacy, the tree is actually indigenous to Australia. Native to subtropical rainforest locations of New South Wales as well as Queensland, wild macadamia was once utilized by the original Aboriginal peoples as a bush food source. Number 2. Names for macadamia. The botanist-labeled genus term Macadamia was named after John Macadam in 1857, but early Aborigines called it different names including Bopple, Gindle, or Gindili or Boombera. Number 3. Macadamia cultivated species. The 2 main cultivated species are Macadamia integrifolia or smooth-shelled and Macadamia tetraphylla, rough-shelled, also called bushnut. Number 4. One of the hardest nuts to crack. The most cultivated variety, Macadamia integrifolia, has a round, brown, smooth shell surrounding a cream-colored nut. This shell is one of the hardest and thickest in the tree nut kingdom and very difficult to crack open. This is the main reason macadamias are often sold pre-shelled. Special nut crackers can be used, however, to apply enough pressure to crack the shell in half and pick out the nut. Number 5. Macadamia nuts, raw or roasted. Although macadamias are lower in unstable heat-sensitive polyunsaturated fats, their higher oil and moisture content makes them more prone to rancidity. If you're interested in getting the most nutrition out of your macadamia nuts, we would advise the raw, unroasted variety, or mildly dry roasted nuts. Why? Because while dry roasting is a common technique utilized to create a crunchier texture and toasty flavor, raw or lightly roasted nuts will retain more of their healthy fats and nutrients. While excessive roasting is known to decrease nutritional value, some research on mild dry roasting techniques showed that maintaining a temperature of 125 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes was able to decrease moisture content and chances of rancidity. Number 6. Largest macadamia producers. Australian macadamia species were introduced to the islands of Hawaii in the 1880s, where they were cultivated on a large scale. They were once, in fact, the leading producers worldwide. Today, however, the top commercial producers are South Africa, followed closely by Australia. 2 macadamia nut brands we purchased in 2023 were both sourced from Kenya, a country in East Africa. Number 7. Price of macadamia. Macadamia nuts are up there with pine nuts as one of the more expensive nut types. In 2023, they typically range from $20 to $40 per pound, depending on quality or if organically certified. The cost is due to the higher demand and lower supply, as well as the shell cracking process needed. Precautions. Macadamia nuts should of course be avoided if you have nut allergies. It is best to consult your healthcare professional or nutritionist before adding them to the diet if pregnant, nursing, taking prescribed medications, or if you have a serious medical condition. Thanks for watching! For more on the mighty macadamia, as well as top quality online sources, be sure and investigate the links in the description box below this video. Please support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. And why not increase your knowledge with these informative videos?